In this video, I highlight the 8 best cookware brands that are made right here in the USA. You'll learn where they're made, where they source their materials, and the pros and cons of each. Near the end, I reveal my 3 favorite brands from this list and 2 that most people shouldn't buy. The first brand makes all of its premium stainless steel cookware in Canonsburg, Pennsylvania, just 35 miles southwest of Pittsburgh, and they source their materials from US suppliers. The founder of this company was a metal expert, and he used his knowledge of bonding metals in other industries to make the first ever fully clad stainless steel cookware. His invention in the 1970s has become one of the world's leading cookware brands. The brand I'm talking about is All-Clad, and despite being acquired in 2004 by a French conglomerate, All-Clad has maintained its roots in the US and still manufactures its stainless steel cookware in Pennsylvania. It's important to note that the body of their stainless steel cookware is made in America, but the handles, lids, and aluminum non-stick pans are made in China. 2 things make All-Clad stand out. First, they offer a variety of stainless steel collections, each with slightly different materials, design, and performance. And secondly, their quality standards are exceptionally high. Pans with even the slightest imperfections coming out of the factory are sold at steep discounts during All-Clad's Factory Seconds sales events. The 2 biggest downsides are the high cost and handle design. The cup-shaped handles prevent slipping, but they're not the most comfortable. Fortunately, All-Clad's newer collections like D3 Everyday and G5 have newly designed handles that are much more comfortable. This next brand makes 5-ply, fully clad cookware in Clarksville, Tennessee, where they've been operating for over 40 years. Like All-Clad, this family-owned company maintains high manufacturing standards. Each pan undergoes extensive hand finishing, resulting in smoother edges and surfaces than most competitors. And just like All-Clad, any piece that doesn't meet these standards is sold at a major discount during their Factory Seconds sales. Despite costing less than All-Clad, my side-by-side tests showed virtually no difference in performance. Plus, this brand uses titanium strengthened steel for its cooking surfaces, which is more durable and resistant to pitting. The brand I'm referring to is Heritage Steel. While they proudly manufacture in the USA, they source their materials globally. The 5-ply bonded steel sheets come from South Korea, and the handles are made in China. They make their lids and rivets in their Tennessee factory. While the performance of these pans is excellent, I don't love the rounded handles on their titanium series pans. These can be slippery and rotate in your hand, especially if your hand is wet, greasy, or soapy. I highly prefer their new Eater series handles, which are flatter and more secure. Like Heritage Steel, this next brand also calls Tennessee home. But instead of stainless steel, they've been crafting cast iron cookware since 1896 in the small town of South Pittsburgh. These skillets are known for their classic, rugged look with thick walls and a dark, pre-seasoned finish. The brand I'm referring to is Lodge. Not only does Lodge make its cookware in the US, but their iron comes from the US too. In the past, they made all their enameled cast iron cookware in China, but recently they launched the USA Enamel Collection, which is made in Tennessee and is only available in 3 colors: red, white, and blue. I've said this before, but I truly believe Lodge offers the best value in cookware. For around $30, you can get a 12-inch skillet that will outlast you. And despite the lower price point, my tests show Lodge performs on par with much pricier competitors. The main drawbacks are the weight, the short handles, and the rougher surface, which can negatively impact food release, but not by much. This next brand has only been around since 2015, but according to my tests, their American-made cast iron skillets outperform much more established brands. This brand offers everything you want in a cast iron skillet: an ultra-smooth cooking surface, comfortable handle, thick construction, and large pour spouts. Besides cast iron, they also make hand-forged carbon steel pans. All of their cookware is made in Charleston, South Carolina, and they source recycled iron from all around the US. The name of this brand is Smithy. I recently put their 12-inch skillet through the paces and can confidently say it's one of the best performing cast iron skillets I've tested. That said, Smithy has 2 downsides. First, the seasoning doesn't adhere well to the ultra smooth surface, and secondly, it's expensive. Their 12-inch skillet is $210, which is about 7 times more expensive than Lodge. The next brand on this list is based in Greenwood, Mississippi, and they're best known for their American-made ovens, cooktops, and refrigerators. Although this brand makes its own appliances, they license their name to Clipper Corporation, who manufactures their cookware. Clipper Corporation is a leading supplier to commercial kitchens. but this is one of their few consumer brands. The brand I'm talking about is Viking. Although most Viking cookware is made in China, their 5-ply professional collection is made in the US. I reached out to Clipper Corporation to find out exactly where this collection is made, and the best answer they could give me is that it's made in the Midwest. And similar to Heritage Steel, they source their bonded steel from a supplier in South Korea. The thing I like most about Viking 5-ply Professional is the handle. The top side is flat with a slight groove, which allows you to press your thumb in and get a firm grip. It reminds me of All-Clad's handle, but it's more comfortable because the indentation is shallower and the edges are smoother. While I love the design and performance, these pans are incredibly expensive. The Viking 10-inch fry pan is over $200. Heritage Steel offers the same construction for under $100. Both brands get their bonded steel from South Korea, and I don't know for sure, but I'm guessing it's the same supplier. In 2016, two brothers started a company with a mission to recreate the smooth and lightweight cast iron skillets of the past. And that's exactly what they did. This brand's cast iron skillets are the thinnest and lightest I've tested. Their 12-inch skillet weighs just 5.5 pounds, which is 2 to 3 pounds less than most competitors. In addition to the lightweight construction, these skillets have a smooth, polished cooking surface, ideal for eggs and other sticky foods. The brand I'm referring to is Field Company. They manufacture their skillets in the USA with production facilities in Indiana, Illinois, and Wisconsin. The thinner walls make these skillets easier to handle and faster to heat, but that comes at a cost. They have the worst heat retention of all cast iron skillets I've tested. Also, I appreciate their commitment to reducing weight, but the helper handle is really small and can be tricky to lift if you're wearing an oven mitt and the skillet is full of food. The next brand on this list makes heirloom quality cast iron skillets with long handles, large helper handles, smooth cooking surfaces, and flared rims. This brand is committed to American manufacturing. They not only make their cookware in Allentown, Pennsylvania, but everything they sell, including t-shirts, chainmail scrubbers, and packaging, is made in the US. The brand I'm referring to is Stargazer. Each Stargazer skillet is hand-finished by expert craftsmen and tumbled in a smoothing bath of ceramic rocks to remove any burrs and make sure the finish is perfect. The performance of these skillets is excellent. The smooth surface is great for eggs, and the flared rims allow you to pour from any angle. While I love that the handle is almost 3 inches longer than most cast iron brands, it's not the most comfortable. Like All-Clad, Stargazer handles have a deep groove and the edges can dig into your hand. Next on this list is a family-owned company that's been manufacturing cookware in West Bend, Wisconsin since 2010. This brand's big differentiator is their vapor cooking technology. Essentially, their lid is designed to seal tightly and lock in moisture. This allows you to cook food in its natural juices with little to no added fat. The brand I'm referring to is 360 Cookware. Like Heritage Steel and Viking, the bonded metal discs come from South Korea, and the handles are made in China. However, 31 of the 35 production steps, from forming and finishing to inspection and packaging, are carried out in their Wisconsin factory. If you're intrigued by the idea of vapor cooking, 360 Cookware is one of the top brands to consider. However, it's much more expensive than brands like Heritage Steel without offering additional value beyond the lid design. And I'm not a fan of the helper handle, which is long but not wide enough to fit my hand. At the beginning of this video, I promised to share my 3 favorite American-made cookware brands and 2 that you should avoid. Here it is. The first brand to avoid is All-Clad, but not their famous stainless steel cookware. What you should avoid is their stainless steel pans with a non-stick coating applied to the cooking surface. They're made in the USA and the performance is great, but $200+ is an absurdly high price to pay for a pan with a non-stick coating that will eventually wear down. The second brand that I don't recommend for most people is 360 Cookware. It's great if you plan to use it for vapor cooking, but if you don't, it's not worth the premium price. Based on my testing, the 3 best American-made brands are All-Clad, Heritage Steel, and Smithy. Lodge is an amazing value, but prices aside, I prefer Smithy. If you're ready to buy, I'll link to websites that sell these brands in the video description. Those are affiliate links, so I'll earn a commission if you click and buy, but at no extra cost to you. If this was helpful, check out this video where I break down the pros and cons of 45 different frying pans in less than 15 seconds each. And for more videos like this, click the logo to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.